is happening, y'all? It is a rainy Wednesday afternoon here on Fox 26 for another episode of Tasty Foodies and Friends. I am your host, Katie Stone. We've got an incredible show for you guys today. We're in the Memorial Villages at Masraffs. But first, I want to make sure you guys know about a very special promotion we have alongside HRW 2024. One of our incredible sponsors, the BMW dealerships of Houston, have come together and put together an incredible promotion with Brulee Restaurant. There's the QR code on your screen. Also, if you take a look at Houston Restaurant Week's Facebook page or Instagram, you can get the link how to enter an incredible culinary experience. Dinner for four at Brulee. Always a really big hit during Houston Restaurant Weeks, but we are not at Brulee today. We are, of course, here at Masraff. Sitting next to me is Russell Masraff, owner, operator for, gosh, I don't know how long. How long have y'all been in business?
We are in our 25th year.
Ooh,
amazing.
I mean,
amazing.
That's tough.
It's
really tough.
I guess I'm pretty fortunate. I've been working with my dad for all 25 years, and when you get to boss your dad around for 25 years, it makes everything a little bit easier. I tell you what, I've been very blessed.
That's the
sorry, Dad.
The cherry on top. You get to a certain. And so Masraffs, y'all have been participating in Houston Restaurant Weeks a long time. We are at the Memorial Villages location. This isn't the original location.
No.
Right?
So the first location was, we opened in 1999 on South Post Oak Lane in the Gallery area.
Right. Yeah.
2010, we moved to Post Oak Boulevard, and then 2020. During the pandemic, we opened this in November of 20.
This is gorgeous.
I love it.
Thanks. I mean, it's huge.
And I don't have to worry about the traffic in the Galleria anymore.
You don't have to worry about the traffic. So just so y'all know, we're right here on I-10. We're literally looking at the traffic on I-10 right now. But easy parking.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of parking. Service parking. There's a garage. We have valet. Oh, it's the accessibility here is so much easier than getting into the Gallery area. And so it's been a blessing for us moving. Yeah. My dad lives in Katy. I live nearby. And so just getting to work. Yeah. Fraction of the time.
Very easy. And then there's also, I should point out, we're going to look today at a few of the beautiful drinks, but beautiful bar. I mean, whoever did this bar, the colors, the lighting, it's so bright. You can kind of see behind me in the dining room, but it's a totally different feel in the bar. So definitely impressed.
Oh yeah. I mean, the bar, we want to recreate with a lot of energy. We do a great happy hour from 4 to 6, Monday through Friday, where all the wines, including any bottle of wine, $100 or less, is 50% off.
Wow!
So our happy hour is just every day. We get a very, very nice crowd.
50% off bottles. That's got to be one of the best deals in town.
It's a great deal.
Russell.
It's a great deal. Sometimes too good of a deal.
Oh my goodness!
Well, come take advantage of it.
Y'all have been here for 25 years, so you must be doing something right. All right, Russell's going to take us through a few of their appetizers that have been very popular during Houston Restaurant Weeks. Let's go over to the foodie cam. Y'all know a little something about how to make a good HRW menu, Russell.
It's fine. So we've been doing this, as you mentioned, since the first year of Restaurant Week. And from day one, we decided that we can look at this one of two ways, either as a marketing opportunity or a money grab. Well, we've obviously chosen the marketing side. And so our menu has always been really a great example of what we do on a daily basis. As you can see,
a lot of choices.
Yep. Some of these are actually menu items that we have on a regular basis. So people can really see what we do on a regular basis. So the first one you saw is a calamari. That is unequivocally, that is the number one dish on the menu for Masraffs. It's a mainstay. The calamari, it's so much different.
It looks a little bit different.
Oh, sure.
I mean, when I'm looking at this, I'm not thinking that it's calamari.
Well, I think when people think of calamari, they think of the fried calamari, dip in some marinara. Well, I swore I would never have calamari on the menu. Well, when the chef created this dish, and the first one he sent to me, I was like, no. And then he brought this one to me. I'm like, oh boy, it's just so different. So it's calamari steak. So it's not the same the tentacles and things you see in average calamari. So you have the giant calamari, and we cut it. It's just flash fried to kind of just help break it down a little bit, but it's a sauteed dish. It's kind of an Asian style. You've got the mushrooms, the red onions, cilantro, you got the soy glaze, and then a touch of beurre blanc. And it's just it's one of those rare combination of flavors. It just works, and it's by far the number one dish.
It's a gorgeous dish, and we included a little Stella in there. You can have Stella with anything. Oh yes. Oh my goodness.
I think you should probably try it.
I am definitely going to try this because it looks very healthy too. You know,
Well, you know, we don't use butter, we don't use sugar, so everything in Masraffs is healthy.
As soon as you walk in the door, this is how they've been in business for 25 years, y'all. They're brainwashing everybody. That's what they're doing.
You know, I am all about food tasting great.
Oh,
so
Russell.
That's good, isn't it?
Russell, wait. Wait a minute, Russell. What am I eating?
It's just, I'm telling you, the combination just works. And this is a dish that we will never take off the menu just because.
The sauce. Tell me about the sauce.
So
I mean,
I'm telling you, this is one of those, everything just works together. You have the soy, you've got the beurre blanc. It just all comes together.
Oh my goodness. I understand why this has been one of your most popular dishes.
Yep.
I mean, the mushrooms, the onion, there's a little bit of veggie, like a little bit of green.
You got the cilantro, you got the mushrooms. It's
oh
a
my
bunch
goodness.
of different Asian mushrooms,
Incredible.
variety.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
A lot going on in the dish.
Really outstanding dish. Definitely the right one to kick off with. All right, back to the foodie cam we go. We've got another appetizer coming up here on the Masraffs HRW menu. This is also one that's been very popular, I understand.
So, you know, it's funny. This is actually, we've recently made a change on our menu, and this is actually a new addition, lemon panko crusted crab cake. It's just a fun dish. I've always believed in, if you're going to do a crab cake, it needs to be crab, not a whole tremendous number of fillers. And so what this is a lot of crab. You've got the pickled cabbage that it's just kind of fun to kind of change the flavor profile. A piquillo coulis. And, you know, it's funny because when Chef first introduced it, I was like, what's piquillo pepper? And it's actually, so it's a pepper from Spain. It's kind of similar to a red bell pepper, but it's got a sweeter flavor and profile to it. And it just kind of works. That the red you get on there and the little classic beurre blanc, it just, again, this is kind of a fun dish, all about the crab though.
I mean, it looks like a dessert. It's so
I think we've had a person or two have it for dessert. I mean,
like
it's not
dessert.
unheard of to do that.
Listen, I will tell you, a lot of things look like dessert to me. Okay, just getting that out there. Could I please have a fork, please? I would love to try this. Oh, thank you. Ooh, now the sauce.
So yeah, taste the.
Takes a little.
Make sure you get a little bit of the pepper, some of that the red.
Yeah, there you go.
There you
Mix it in, combine.
Right,
Got to get it all in one bite. Oh.
Listen, I cut right down the middle, and you'll see all that crab.
You guys, this is not your average crab cake. I mean, right away, I know. Okay, I'm cutting. Hold on, I'm cutting. I'm going right down the middle.
There you go.
Here we go.
Just pure crab.
Pure crab.
And jumbo lump crab is what we use.
Okay, there we go. I'm going in.
For crab lovers only.
Oh.
What do you think?
Oh my goodness.
A little dish. Huh?
This is not, I was not expecting this. This is outstanding.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
And it's a little sweet too.
That piquillo pepper has a little sweetness to it, and that just kind of changes the dynamic of the dish a little bit.
Oh my goodness. I would absolutely order this dish if I were coming here.
See, it's great because you can come back now and it's going to be on our menu moving forward. So there you go.
Yeah, any time of the year. All right, back to the foodie cam we go. We've got a few more dishes to show you guys here on the HRW menu, and we're going to switch guests. We're going to welcome Chef Greg Shade to the show as we swap out here. I believe this is the Maki roll that we're looking at that's on the Masraffs HRW. Welcome, Chef.
Hello.
You want to describe for our viewers what we're looking at, please?
Absolutely. This is the king salmon Maki. We use wild king salmon in here with a little spicy mayo and cucumber inside, as well as wrapped around the outside. The darker sauce that you see around is the unagi or eel sauce, and then there's just a little more spicy mayo on the plate. On top, you got a little crispy aspect there. It's a togarashi spice tempura crunch.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there's a lot going on. It's not
Definitely.
just a standard little roll there. Now, Chef, you've been here in Houston with Masraffs for about 5 years, I understand. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts, and I spent a little time working in Rhode Island as well as New York City just before I moved here. And I've been in Houston for about 10 years now.
Yep.
And 5 of them with Masraffs.
Yep. That's amazing. What what is something coming from New York? What's something you notice about difference in diners between New York diners and Houston diners?
Well, I feel like everyone's going to hate me.
I'm from New Jersey, but I grew up in Houston, so I'm allowed to ask that question.
I would have to say the biggest thing is everyone over there seems to have a gluten allergy, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I think some people are just faking it. But in Texas, I don't hear that as much.
Interesting. Keep talking.
So
you don't notice anything as far as maybe they want more choices, or maybe they know a little bit more about what they like or what they want.
I don't feel like
any different.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah. I happen to think our diners are smarter than all the rest. We'll talk about that another day, though. This is fantastic, though. This is excellent. I happen to love rolls like this with the cucumber on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes for just a nice little twist.
Yeah, I thought it would be interesting for both the presentation because you get that nice green stripe plus the white stripe and also the flavor as well.
Yeah, and it's beautiful presentation, too. Definitely something that people can come back to throughout the year on your regular menu?
Well, the king salmon season is probably going to end sometime in September, maybe October. So we'll serve that seasonally.
Okay.
But we could set it up with a different fish.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Well, that's good to know that your items are seasonal as well. All right, back to the foodie cam we go. I'm glad I came here hungry today, y'all, because wait until you see the dish. I'm definitely going back for some of those. What are we looking at, Chef?
Okay, this is the Maine lobster risotto. It's got about 3 ounces of fresh Maine lobster poached in butter inside and on top there. And then that ring around it is a vanilla saffron puree made with parsnips. Then just off to the side there, you have a crispy garnish of some fried leeks.
I mean, there's so much going on here. Now, do you create these dishes? Are you pretty much the one that's getting?
I'm the guy.
You're the guy. You're the captain of the ship.
That's me.
And what inspires you when you're creating these dishes?
You know, I look at trends, what other people are doing, plus kind of my own feelings about flavors and styles of food. And sometimes I'm feeling vanilla
like
saffron.
this.
Exactly.
Like we need some vanilla saffron in our lives.
Absolutely.
Because I've never had. I mean, this is heavy. I mean, this is a lot of. Oh my goodness. And this is beautiful. So things that you like in general, things that you see are trending.
Yeah, and I tend to put a little Asian flair into stuff as well.
Sure, love that.
I think I would traditionally call myself an American cook, but I like to use different ingredients.
Well, honey, you're in the right city. Can I tell you something? You know, you are in the right city because we have all the flavors, all the different types of cuisines, and this is fantastic.
Thank you very
much. This is really fantastic. Yeah. And the little ring makes a difference.
It does. It adds a nice little sweet flavor to it. Also a nice pop of color. And it definitely helps you build on the creamy flavor and texture of the Parmesan and butter that's in the risotto.
We love building on creamy texture on Foodies and Friends. Let's go to the foodie cam. We're here with Chef Gregory Shade, the executive chef at Masraffs. We're right here at Bunker Hill and I-10, right in the Memorial Villages, very close to Memorial City, where we all grew up. I grew up around here. Do you know that, Chef?
No, I did not.
Some of my very first driving permissions were in this area. Were restaurants in this area.
It's a great area. I live right down the street, actually.
Oh yeah, that's great. All right, what are we looking at here, Chef?
This is our Australian rack of lamb. This is pretty popular on our regular menu, so we wanted to bring it to Restaurant Week as well. It's top quality from Australia. The setup underneath is a goat cheese and porcini mushroom polenta. And we're also roasting some zucchini and putting it on there. For the sauces, we're using 2 on this dish. One is a beurre monté, which is kind of a version of beurre blanc, and then the other one is it's a brown butter mustard demi-glace.
I mean, you're not a simple man,
no.
Chef.
I think
simplicity is not his strong point.
I think these combinations of flavors go really well together.
Oh, I have to agree. This Yeah. No, I like it. I mean, and it kind of, especially in a city like Houston, and you've had experience in New York, it's necessary, wouldn't you say, to kind of to stay on top of your game as a chef?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I would say it's the most important part of being someone in a creative position.
Yep. Now, did you have any maybe familial influences on your culinary career? What got you started?
I grew up in a really small town in Massachusetts.
Yep.
And I started washing dishes when I was about 15 years old.
Okay.
And that's kind of what boosted me into this career. I washed dishes and I watched the guys behind the line, and I was like, I think I kind of really like doing that. And eventually got promoted to like the salad guy, the fry guy. And by the time I was about 17.
Oh, I wish I could have seen your salads back then. Oh my gosh, they would have been works of art.
They definitely were something. But yeah, I pretty much grabbed onto the idea that I wanted to do this and just stuck with it. And I'm still loving it.
Yeah, I love that. That's amazing. I love hearing stories like that, especially when you know early on that this is what you want to do. Definitely. And you're still doing it and you're still having fun. All right. We're having fun at Masraffs here in Memorial Villages. Let's take another look at one of their items on their HRW menu. What are we looking at, Chef?
Okay, this is the pork tenderloin. It's got a nice pepper and garlic brine. It's also topped with smoked salt and served with a cayenne pepper and maple sweet potato puree and an Honeycrisp apple jus. There's also a few roasted fingerling potatoes and charred cauliflower on the side there.
I mean, these are just incredible dishes.
If I had to pick a favorite on this menu, I would go with this one.
Yes.
It's not everyone's favorite, but I like the flavor of the brine and the meat and the sauce. Everything just goes really well together.
Yep. Now, what kind of cooking would you say that you grew up with? Just traditional New England?
My mom is Irish.
Okay.
So everything she did was basically way overcooked, dry, and boiled.
Oh, goodness.
So I guess maybe I found an interest maybe in making things a little bit better for myself.
No, I mean, it's sweet. Yeah.
But she made a real good meal.
Oh, yeah, this is outstanding. We love this. And so now that you're in Houston, things are a little bit spicier here. Which
I love.
Yeah, which you like spice. Yeah. What's your kind of go-to here in Houston? Like if you've got a quick meal, is it a burger? Is it a taco? Is it a dozen tortillas from Taco Cabana?
For myself, I'm a huge barbecue fan.
Okay, yeah.
I really like the Texas brisket. Ever since I got down here and started eating it, I still can't get enough.
Well, that's good because we got a lot of meat. Yeah. We got a lot of folks that know how to make the meat pretty amazing. I mean, oh gosh, like discovering the rodeo for you must have just been.
That was big. I actually went to that for my first time, my first year working at Masraffs, and I cooked about 18 briskets and about 3,000 ribs.
Oh my goodness. And you probably had never done anything like that in your life. Like when they said, oh, we have a rodeo here in Houston, like your New York brain is thinking, going to set up a little thing on that street corner over there, and a couple restaurants are going to be blocked off. But
I pictured like a little maybe farm stand kind of deal happening, but I got to see how huge it actually was when we were at.
I know, it's incredible. I mean, when we, my family were from the East Coast too, and when I found out we were moving here with my mom, I was totally fine with that because I thought I was going to ride a horse to school every day. And I'm like, let's go. We don't need cars. We can just ride our ponies to school. Then there's some people that still do that, and that's fine.
I'm sure there
That's good. All right. We're getting to the most important part of the show, y'all. You know what that is. And they took the beer away from the desserts. Who says you can't do beer with desserts, chef? Come on.
I don't write the rules. I don't think you should judge anything.
Beer and desserts go well. What are we looking at?
This is our coffee creme brulee. So
coffee creme brulee.
It is infused with our espresso and then on top of it, we bruleed it like a traditional creme brulee would be. And then we topped it with sugar cookie crumble, a little whipped cream, and cocoa nips.
I mean,
just so you have a little texture with all the coffee custard. And
coffee custard.
even if you don't want to order an espresso or a cappuccino after dinner, it feels like you're drinking one.
Coffee custard is a good. I really like this. I've never seen a coffee creme brulee before, complete with the sugar cookie crumble. These are such unique desserts, and I love how you're just kind of making a little twist on the classics. All right. Oh, nice hearty serving of whipped cream. You're not skimping on the creaminess. And the little shaved chocolate on the top. Oh, the detail. And then there's just like a little underlayer of cookie crumble. Y'all, I'm about to lose my mind here.
Let's crack through there. Might need to use a little force to get through it.
Okay, there we go. Somebody got a little happy with the blowtorch back in on the line in there, Chef. Here we go. Oh, it's very coffee-y. About 4 minutes. Yeah. Okay. I love it. No, I love it. It's incredible. Yeah, it's very custardy. Oh yeah, excellent. Definitely would order this for sure. Been a popular item.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, cool. All right, back to the foodie cam we go. Oh, what are we looking at?
Okay, this is apple cobbler crisp. This one it's been on our menu since last year's restaurant week. So we decided it's got to be on this year's restaurant week menu.
Did you debut it last year?
We did. And it was hugely popular. That's I would say it was probably our #1 dessert.
I love that. I love restaurants that try things for the first time during HRW because, you know, you're seeing a lot of new diners and then you figure out something that works and then it's a valuable portion of a menu for a diner later on, and I love that too.
Right, and this is very simple. It's exactly what you would think it is. It's got golden delicious apples for the filling that have been coated in cinnamon, sugar, spices like nutmeg and clove, and just a traditional apple crisp topping and good old-fashioned vanilla ice cream.
Y'all, it has been a minute. This is just a nice, warm, big bucket of cobbler.
Yeah, you can eat like 10 of those in front of the TV.
Oh, I would happily eat 10 of these in front of the TV. All right, we've got one more dessert to take a look at on the foodie cam so that I can get back to inhaling this. What are we looking at, Chef?
This is Jesusita's chocolate mousse. Jesusita is one of our sous chefs. She's been with Russell for about as long as the restaurant has been open, and she's awesome. The mousse itself is whipped chocolate mousse, whipped cream, 3-hour caramel sauce, and a chocolate cookie crumble.
Shout out to Jesusita.
Yeah.
I love that. And I love that she's been with y'all for such a long time. And I love that you named the dessert after her.
Absolutely.
Russell Masraff, that is very kind of you. Very, very sweet. I love when restaurants do that. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. We are going to wrap up. But before we wrap up, I want to talk a little bit more about this promotion that we have running still. It ends on the 31st. You guys can take a look at the Houston Restaurant Week's Facebook page for all of the details. BMW dealerships of Houston are offering an incredible culinary experience with their incredible vehicles to Bari Restaurante. They, of course, have a wonderful Houston Restaurant Week's menu as well. You can enter online. Contest ends on the 31st. And of course, we are very grateful to BMW for being one of our cherished sponsors, Houston Restaurant Weeks 2024, which of course, I'm sure you know, Chef, benefits the Houston Food Bank as its largest annual fundraiser. It runs now through September 2nd. You can check out all the menus online at HoustonRestaurantWeeks.com. Make sure also to stay tuned to Fox 26 for all of your official HRW coverage. This thing is calling my name. I'm digging in. That does it for me here at Masraffs and Memorial Villages. There's a lot of desserts on that table that need my attention. We'll see y'all next time on another episode of Foodies and Friends.